What's up, guys? Freddie Kraft here, coming to you live from my dining room table for the Dirty Mo Media Overdrive channel with some thoughts on the All-Star race, if you can call it that. I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is that Marcus Smith and his team that kind of, are in control of this format of this race and everything else, they listened to what we were worried about. The bad news is Marcus and his team listened to what we were worried about, because now the format is too many cars, too many laps. Everything that we were worried about with the All-Star race being at Dover originally was there's not going to be enough laps to rubber the track in. There's not going to be enough cars on the track to rubber the track in. And that's usually when the racing gets better, is towards the end of the race when the track is rubbered in really well. So now what we've got is too many cars on the racetrack for the All-Star race, too many laps for the All-Star race, in my opinion. I think the biggest thing for takeaway for me is that, the Open's gone. I think there's a lot of people, I was one of them when I was a kid, I really enjoyed watching the Open because you got to focus on guys that you don't normally see running up front. And it's guys that haven't won races, obviously. And I know that essentially that's what the first 150 laps is going to be, those guys out there competing for their spot in the final segment. But I feel like it's just not the same with all the other guys on the racetrack. Who knows how qualifying is going to shake up. You might have a guy that won multiple races that wins both stages, or two guys that with the 26 car invert, you're not going to see the same guy win both stages, I don't think. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't love the format, and I really think we're going to miss the Open race. I have also, I heard all season there was rumors about, trying to bring crazy soft tires to this race, or maybe opening the rules package up. I don't think that's going to happen. I haven't heard anything about a tire test going into this, so I assume that we're going to run a similar tire to what we've been running there. And it's just, with this car, it hasn't been the raciest of racetracks. It's hard to pass, like I said. And, even the last, we're running more laps to try to help that. But now I feel like we're just going to run another race. This doesn't feel like an all-star race, especially when you have everybody starting the essential the first 250 laps, or sorry, the first 350 laps. Everybody's on the racetrack at the same time. So that kind of takes away from it. I don't know. It's just, it's not what I was hoping to hear. Maybe it's going to be better than I expect, and I hope it's better than I expect. Some of the gimmicks from last year are gone. There's no comp caution. But I think that honestly, that's what we need, is if we're going to have it at this racetrack, which we've already kind of, you're losing the allure of the night race, which was what the All-Star race was kind of built on at Charlotte. It's going to be a daytime race. It's going to be all the cars on the racetrack. It's going to be, the same rules package that we run every week. So what is the allure for somebody to go and watch this race as an All-Star race? Hopefully, it puts on a great product, but it's what's different about this than last year's race at Dover, where I think we were all hoping to see something a little more exciting. Whether it was rules or format-wise. But I think their hands were kind of tied, because if they just did a 15-car race for 100 laps for the Open, or 150 laps for the Open, I don't think it would be that great. And then if it was a 200 lap or 150 lap, whatever, for the All-Star race itself, with maybe some stages, I think it would suffer there too. So I think it was a kind of a no-win situation at this racetrack, and I think they're doing the best they can. But I really would have liked to seen some of the rule package opened up a little bit, maybe some more gimmicks. I don't know what they were, but something that to just have the fans go, wow, get excited, at least in this part, because I saw some of the Gluck's video and some of the other people, some of the reactions online. Just there's not a lot of, yes, I can't wait to get to Dover to watch this race. And that's what I'm worried about. And no matter what, I know this isn't what we want, but I implore everybody up in that area that I think we need to get out there and pack this place and make sure we show up, and the TV numbers are good. And because I don't think it's a secret, that there's tracks falling off the schedule lately, and Dover's been one that's been kind of on the chopping block, especially now that they're if this doesn't work, they're going to be looking for a new place for the All-Star race, and then what happens to Dover? So we really need to get out there, support the race, pack the place. May 17th, it may not be what we wanted, but we still have to support it with all we can because, I'd hate, we have to be in that market. We have to be up there. I have to be able to go to the casino once a year. So, it's just, hopefully there's some more news coming down the road that maybe makes everybody a little more excited about this. Maybe we get some drivers in there that we're not expecting or something. But or as it is right now, still, we got to support this race and hope for the best. And maybe, who knows, we'll be surprised and it'll be a super, super exciting 350 laps. Let's hope so. I'm sure we'll talk about this DBC this week. Got a really cool guest, maybe making his first start in a certain series this week. So we'll see about that. Good luck to him. Hope everybody enjoys the races this weekend from COTA and St. Pete. Really looking forward to that. And we'll talk to you guys Monday.